Well, Woody, this couldn't have come at a better time, a game like this, could it?
No, I think, yeah, they all are good, man. Anytime you get a, W in the big leagues, it's worth it. But obviously after four straight where we haven't really swung the bat, to kind of come out and do some things offensively and kind of, feel like what we've been doing, obviously up to the last four games, we did a better job of that today and got some big hits, and obviously Solak with a huge hit there. That kind of, the whole bench, I think, kind of was relieved, not only for our team, but for him as well.
And I talked to Nick after the game and I told him what you had told us about just letting it go. And he said, I trust me, he's been telling me to just do that. So to have him come through in that situation, especially with did they end up scoring that in air? But that was a bad hop on the turf. Just to have that happen for him in that sequence. What was that like for you to watch?
This game is amazing, man. It happened to me. It's happened to so many other people that step on the field, when things aren't going well. And if you give in a little bit to the game and you start pressing and you start stressing, then the game is going to keep pushing. The game is going to hit you hard. And I think that probably was the moment where he just had to let go. After the air, he had to let go because it can't get, in his mind, it probably couldn't get any worse. And that's usually when things, the relief kind of happens. And, he goes up there with a plan with bases loaded, got the pitch he was looking for, and smoke went down the line. Huge hit for us. And
then, Kyle, since that, his two outings since opening day have been tremendous. Is this what you feel like that was an outlier and this is what we're going to get? I mean, maybe not every night, but more consistently.
I think so. I mean, Gibby's stuff is really good right now. We're just looking at, some of the data. They have it on the board. His sinker was filthy today. And I think sometimes when it's moving that much, it's kind of hard to control at times, knowing how high he has to start that thing. So I think the first couple innings, he was kind of getting, the feel for where he had to start his pitches. And, he's just missing off. It was moving a ton. But once he dialed it in, you could tell the last, four innings, he was as dialed in as I've seen him. Got a lot of weak contact, a lot of weak ground balls, just, weak pop-ups, just really good.
Thanks, Woody.
Evan?
So what were your first impressions of Adolis Garcia?
I'm good. I think early on he got a little, he was a little excited. And I expected that. I expected the first game to kind of, him to try to do a lot. And, obviously the second at bat, was a big part of that inning, staying to the right center on that ball. The one thing that Yarbrough will do, he'll tease you. He'll come in up and in on you with his cutter and then go down and away with his changeup. And he got him early in his first at bat, with that changeup. But, for him to stay inside the ball.
Media, the press box will close at 11:45.
That was good. That kind of obviously loaded the bases at that point, set the table for Solak.
Just out of curiosity, you guys didn't take batting practice on the field today. Why?
We said we were going to do things a little different, obviously, this year, and they got plenty of swings now. Trust me that. In the cages, and I think we look at sometimes the on-field BP is we need to do other things to prepare, and obviously defensively, we worked on some of the shifts, pop-ups, and different things, and it allows us to do more things on the defensive side or even on the base running side at times. Listen, there's some of the best teams I played on. We didn't take BP for 4 straight days, and we came out and scored 10 runs a game. So, these guys are getting plenty of work in, but we just want to make sure that we're not just going with the norms of the game that we've always done. We're really challenging these guys, and they're embracing it. They loved it. They're out there competing, in their ground ball session. It allowed them to get a little bit more into it. We came out and scored 8 runs.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll take these last 3, then bring the players in. Let's go to Chris.
Hey, Woody, I look at a guy like Jose who, you obviously have a lot of trust in him. And I see him in the cleanup spot. And, just can you talk about what he's able to do, especially with that leadoff single right before, the Solak had the bases clearing double?
Yeah, you know what? Obviously, I hit Torino last year in the 3-hole for a while there. When I start to see him, dial in on pitches, and there's nobody on our team that's better at understanding when he has a game plan, what pitch he's looking for, If the pitcher's revealing anything from a pitch tipping standpoint, or this guy's in tune with everything. And, you know, I trust that. I trust that he's going to go up and get a good pitch. He was our best at bat yesterday against one of the best pitchers in baseball. And, you know, it's because he stuck to his plan. And this kid's, you know, mental toughness is, you know, I've never seen a kid that is, you know, especially at his age, as tough as he is and in tune with the game and fearless on the field. So that's the reason. I mean, it's just a trust thing. You know, I know if I'm hitting him behind Joey right now, the way he's swinging the bat, obviously the hits are falling, and, you know, he's getting honestly the best swings, I think, on our team right now.
All right. Thank you, Woody.
Stefan.
Chris, is this the type of game that shows what your offense can do if you stretch the lineup a little more and have weapons scattered throughout?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's something we take a lot of pride in. Obviously, in the last 4 games, we didn't hit, and we ran into some good pitching, but I think that we could have been a lot better. But like I said, we're learning from those things. But yeah, I mean, every guy in the lineup, look at the 9-hole today, you know, 3 for 4 with a double and a homer. They all expect to contribute. They all expect to have quality at bats, and they expect the guy in front of them to do the same thing and the guy behind them to do it as well. So, you know, when we're clicking, it's good. We just got to, obviously, like, the biggest test is just to be consistent throughout the year. It's going to be a mental grind, and, you know, hopefully we can outgrind other teams, and that's where, you know, our advantage will come.
Okay, last one, Alex, and we'll bring in one of the players.
Woody, you guys today were 6 for 13 with runners in scoring position. You guys statistically now are the best offense with runners in scoring position. Luis Ortiz talked about you guys being more relaxed. Is that what you're seeing with this group?
Yeah, and I mean, listen, it's something we talk about breathing. We talk about, I mean, we're addressing a lot of things, and I'm really proud of our guys for doing that, because a lot of times we can just look at the results, or did we win, did we lose? You know, we're learning a lot through our wins, through our losses, and understanding that every guy in that lineup should want to be in big spots, because we don't know where the biggest at bat's going to come that night. We have no idea. All we can do is prepare every single, all 9, all 12, really 13 if we have an extra guy, to be ready for the biggest moment. And I think that, and want to be in that moment. Like, you know, I told Flock and I talked to Solak after, you know, were you hoping that Bees didn't send, you know, that runner from second base, you know, to load the bases with nobody out? That's, you know, when our guys are like, you know, their mouths watering because they can't wait to get up there with the bases loaded, that's where we're going to, you know, take that next step. And I thought today was a big part of that.
Appreciate it, Woody. Thank you.
We'll let Woody go. We'll bring in Kyle.